The letters on this one look different than the letters on the others. Looks like Dieter. Wonder what he's doing. Hey, Dieter! Hi! No, wait! Dieter! Dieter! What did he run away for? That was weird. Looks like he left something on the bench. These must have fallen out of his pocket. Was that Tornade? That's the woman who that historian was calling about. Why would Dieter be carrying this around? Shoot, I still have to go to the park and get that stuffed parrot for Heather.
Bonjour. I have many new things, you see?
Wow, you sure do.
You are sure to find something you like.
Guess I'm just not in a buying mood.
When you want to look again, just come back.
I will. Au revoir.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. As you can see, you have many new things to choose from. What intrigues you?
Well, let's see. Is this parrot very expensive?
The price is very reasonable. 20 euro.
How about if I pay 5 euros?
Vendu. What else tickles the fancy?
I really don't want to buy anything right now.
Very well. Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Au revoir. Now what?
You have to get them out of there!
Who? What happened?
This little box came from me, and when I opened it, all these bugs came pouring out. They're all over the place in there. You have to get them out before they lay eggs or something.
What exactly do you want me to do?
Just go in there and put them back in the box they came in. Carefully. Don't kill any of them. Nothing good ever comes from killing things.
Don't worry. I'll get them out of there for you.
Bless you.
Yuck! That must be the box they came in. Here, Buggy, Buggy, Buggy. Nuts, I was this close. Ew! I thought working for a fashion designer was going to be glamorous. Shoot, I missed. Oh my gosh, the letters in these fonts look exactly like the ones that were used in one of those threatening notes Manette got, which means Heather must have sent it. Shoot, I missed. Playtime's over, little guy. Or girl. Gotcha! Shoot, I missed. Dear Miss Manette, the books on the women of the French resistance, exploits of Noisette Trenade, because she owned the windmill which you now own. Oh, this is from that historian who called before. Maybe she can help me figure out why Dieter was carrying that obituary around. Here, Buggy, Buggy, Buggy. Shoot, I missed. Say goodnight, Gracie. There, that has got to be the last bug. You can open the door now, Manette.
Did you get all of the bugs?
Yes, Manette.
How many are there?
I don't know, 9?
Are they all alive?
Yes, Manette.
Are you sure you didn't kill any?
Positive.
And they're all in the box?
Yes.
Okay, listen. I want you to take that box to the park and let those things go. Only I don't want to be here when you come out. Probably the only thing those twisted little vermin are thinking about right now is revenge.
Manette, they're cockroaches.
Exactly! So I want you to count to 10, and then, and only then, are you to come out of there, all right?
Anything you say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What a nut job.
Modern European History, Lynn Manrique.
Hello, my name is Nancy Drew. I'm calling from Paris. Actually, I talked to you earlier when you tried to call Manette.
She's finally calling me back? Wonderful. Please, put her on.
I'd like to, but I'm afraid she's still too busy to talk to you.
Oh,
But if you don't mind, could I ask you a couple of questions about Noisette Tournade?
certainly.
How long did she live in the Moulin, where Manette now has her studio?
She lived there for 55 years, from 1949 to 2004. She sold it when she moved to Provence, which is where she passed away. She never married, you know. Very private person. She served as Paris's director of public works for more than 20 years, yet not one person has been able to tell me what her favorite color was.
What did she do during the war?
From 1942 until the liberation of Paris, Noisette worked as a translator for the Germans by day and an encoder for the French resistance by night. This, as you might imagine, made everyone suspicious of her, both French and Germans alike. And after the war, things got ugly. especially when people found out she was romantically involved with a German soldier. His name was Hans von Schwesterkrank.
You're kidding me. What happened to him?
Hans left Paris right after the war and never returned, leaving Noisette to fend for herself. She was tried as a collaborator in 1946 and acquitted, but the experience left her quite bitter. You see, some people said that during the war she took various pieces of artwork, mostly from churches, and stashed them away somewhere so they wouldn't fall into enemy hands.
That sounds pretty heroic to me.
Well, some people said she stole them for herself, and unfortunately, the artwork remains lost to this day. No one knows exactly what Noisette took, or if indeed she took anything. In any case, Noisette was terribly hurt that the city she loved had turned on her like that. After her trial, she told the press that the truth of what she'd done during the war resided in her and in the person and place she loved the most. And that was that. She never spoke of her wartime activities again. I assume that the person she was referring to was Hans von Schwesterkrank, who passed away a year or two ago, and that the place was her beloved Moulin, which is why I'm hoping Manette will allow me to visit it. Now, I've got a question for you. In the hours before she died, Noisette was said to have constantly muttered 3 words: red, left, green. Is there anything inside the Moulin that has to do with red, left, green? Anything at all?
No, but I'll keep that in mind and let you know if I see something.
I'd appreciate it. Any other questions?
After the war, when she was the director of public works, what kind of things did Noisette do?
She oversaw many of the services which the citizens of Paris enjoyed every day. Streets, bridges, parks, their maintenance all came under Noisette's purview. She particularly enjoyed putting various forms of art on permanent display in various public places, especially parks.
What was the French resistance?
That was the name given to the various groups of men and women who did their best to undermine Germany's military occupation of France during World War II. Some would engage in strikes and sabotage, while others would collect and pass intelligence along to the Allies. Needless to say, their operations were highly covert and very dangerous.
What else can you tell me about the German occupation of Paris?
The German army entered Paris on June 14, 1940, and after France formally surrendered on June 22nd, the Germans controlled the city. They took whatever they wanted: food, supplies, houses, artwork, and dictated how Parisians were to live their lives. Naturally, their presence was deeply resented. Some people ignored the situation as best they could. Some collaborated with the Germans, while others, like those in the resistance, fought back until the city was finally liberated on August 25, 1944.
What's the story behind the Cross of Lorraine?
The vertical bar crossed by 2 horizontal bars is an emblem that was first used by Joan of Arc, as well as the Dukes of Lorraine in the 15th century. But during and after World War II, it became a symbol of the French resistance. Nowadays, it's not unusual to see it on statues or monuments commemorating the period in French history from 1940 to 1945.
What did you mean when you said Noisette was tried as a collaborator?
Collaborators were French citizens who not only failed to resist the occupation, but actually helped the Germans keep it going. Because Noisette had worked for the Germans as a translator and had a German boyfriend, after the war, many of her countrymen automatically accused her of collaboration. When it was revealed that she had been a member of the resistance, instead of exonerating her, that just made some people think she'd been spying for the Germans too. As I said before, it was an ugly time, one which poor Noisette spent the rest of her life trying to forget.
Thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
My pleasure. Bye.
Uh-oh. Dad made me promise not to go anywhere by myself after dark. This'll have to wait until tomorrow. Okay, guys, end of the line. You are out of here. Sounds like someone's in the dark room.